fly anglers, we have to be really skillful with a fly rod. It's our tool, and it really is the defining difference sometimes between us catching fish and not catching fish. To be really skilled with a fly rod will mean that you're going to be very, very skilled with presentation. And presentation is when we deliver the fly to where we want it to be on the water. The problem with that is there's a common problem that haunts all fly fishermen, and it's called an open loop. And we're here today to tell you a little bit what about an open loop is and how to correct it. So a definition of an open loop is when your fly rod is moving one way and your fly is moving the opposite direction. So it works like this. You're doing this with a fly rod. So your fly is going that way and your fly rod is going this way, and it creates this loop in your fly line. Well, the power of the fly rod is being transferred from the fly rod into the fly line. And that power is going to go down the length of the fly rod until that bend. So essentially, if you have a curl, a bend, or a loop in your fly rod on your final presentation, that loop has created no power at all. What we're really looking for in the perfect cast is a straight line between your fly and the tip of the fly rod. Here, your rod and your fly are working in concert. So now your fly is going this way, all the way out and forward. That will fix an open loop. What an open loop does is that it doesn't give you that accuracy that you want with the fly when you're delivering to the trout, or when you're delivering to some portion of the river where you may want that fly to be. I believe that all anglers suffer from time to time with an open loop. What it really requires on your part is a little bit of patience on your back cast. We are really usually pretty good with our forward cast, because we can see that. Your forward cast goes out, we catch it with our eye, we follow it, it unravels, we see that, we bring it back, and then we don't know what to do. And we have a tendency to move that fly rod faster than we move the fly rod forward, and that creates this. So a good way for you to think about this is when you're casting, you have a timing or a rhythm. For example, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and delivery 6. The 6th count is your presentation to the trout. So that rhythm is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A good way to make sure that you have a non-open loop, or to make sure you prevent an open loop, is to change your rhythm a little bit. It'd be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, 6. That's going to allow you that extra time to get your fly, that loop back there. Especially if you're just started fly casting, or you've been fly casting for a number of years, and you're having trouble with that fly just fluttering down and not landing where you want to be. So we'll demonstrate. You'll see some techniques, what we're going to show you out there. But two things you should be looking at, and when we show you these casting parts in the video, is you should actually see that open loop, what we're talking about. And that'll be clearly defined in the video. And you're going to see this, where the fly is going all the way out and coming forward. So in essence, we want to take you from doing this to doing this. And you have to be skilled with a fly rod. You have to be extremely accurate. And I'm telling you here, the number one problem I see, and I'm a professional casting instructor, the number one problem I see in new anglers and old anglers, because many of them come to me to fix them, is this. And it's really easy for me to fix, and I'm passing that on to you today.